Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Mace Windu's Jedi Interceptor. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And as you can see, I bought this at a Walmart. It's pretty bent up. Every light armor class that they had was severely dented. I did manage to bend this out a little bit, but so that's why it's like that. So on the packaging, Star Wars warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. And then we've got a space battle going on in the background. We've got a close-up of Mace Windu can sit down in the cockpit. Mace Windu and R4-M6. Here's, the blister all over there, and it's showcasing the figures over here. And then the vehicle, Micro Galaxy Squadron, 8 and up, and Jazzwares. Mace Windu's Jedi Interceptor, number 0103 on the bottom, small fine, legalese print, made in China print. Don't stick it in your pie hole. Don't give it to babies. Jazzwares.com/support. A barcode and, whatever that is. Disney print. On the back, Star Wars again. Here we've got some close-ups of some of the features. You can plug in the astromech. The wings open up. And it has a landing gear. Nice hologram of the vehicle here. And here is the clip and collect blueprints. Got some Arabesh on there. Mine is severely dented there. Mace Windu's Jedi Interceptor 0103, Series 5, some Arabesh down here. Mace Windu's Jedi Interceptor light armor class. Here's the cross sail, the desert skiff, the A-wing, and the chase vehicles, Darth Vader's Jedi Interceptor and Kit Fisto's Delta 7B. Disney print, StarWars.com, Micro Galaxy Squadron, each sold separately, subject, my friends, to availability, especially those chase ones. And there you have it, my friends, a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figures and the vehicle, and we'll start with handy dandy tweezers. We'll take a look at the astromech, who I think his designation is R4-M6. And you can see he's got that nice, clean, segmented tampo there on the top of his dome, which I hope they go to doing all the R2 units like that. Nice little silver paint app for the head. It looks like black around the eye. And a nice silver splotch right there for the little grill and for the sides of the arms. The rest of it is purple. And like all the R2s, well, this one is R4 with an R2 dome. Weird. I don't know why they did that, but they did it. So, but, nice molded details. You can definitely tell this is an R2 unit, or an R4 unit in this case. But it looks like an R2 unit. So here we have Mace Windu. And I have to say, at this scale, it has nice molded details in it. You can tell that this is supposed to be Mace Windu. It's got some nice paint apps there for the head, the hands, the pants top, the boots, and the belt, and, his lightsaber here, and then some silver here as well for this belt buckle. Not much going on the backside there as far as the belt goes. Now let's take a look at the ship itself, and if you've seen any of my other Interceptor reviews, Well, I think I only have one other Interceptor review of this style, which is an ETA-7 Actus class Interceptor, I think is what it is. And I think Anakin's is the only other one I have. I haven't got my hands on Obi-Wan's yet, but I do intend to. So it's got these nice purple paint apps on it, very Mace Windu on the bottom as well. Then we've got some paint apps here for the engines. Here, the logo here, and just, you know, it's cool looking, especially in this color. The wings, of course, open and close, and they do that on both sides. So that's really cool. Looks like we got a little bit of paint smudging here for, you know, effect, some carbon scoring effect, I guess. And then also the landing gears here on the front, you know, they fold in like this. Have a little tab right there so you can fold them out. And the one in the back, it folds in like this and then folds out like that. So, you know, nothing new again. The cockpit canopy does open up, and you can see inside there. It does have a lot of nice molded details for this scale, and it has a clip right there in the middle so that it holds Mace Windu in place. It puts one leg on either side of it and holds him in place there in the cockpit. And as far as that goes, oh, I forgot to talk about their articulation. Arms spin around like this and they are connected. The legs go into a seating position at approximately 90 degrees. No articulation on R4. So you put Mace Windu in there and you can see he gets locked in there on either side of his leg, and you put his arms down. You can close the canopy up and you can see there's a post there in the droid socket, and the droid has a port on his underside. And if you don't do like me and drop it, you can just get it right in there, give it a good press, and it stays. So there we have it, my friends, a look at the figures and the vehicle. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Mace Windu's Jedi Interceptor with Anakin Skywalker's Micro Galaxy Squadron Jedi Interceptor, Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter Delta 7B, and Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Yoda's Jedi Interceptor. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Mace Windu's Jedi Interceptor with the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Republic Gunship, or the LAAT. For final thoughts on the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Mace Windu's Jedi Interceptor, I have to say it's nice reuse of this mold. You know, we've seen Obi-Wan's, we've seen Anakin's. There may be one or two Chase ones that I have not run across. I think Aayla Secora's was one of them. And now Mace Windu's repaint on that same mold. And it works. I expected as much when they started making those interceptors. Let's just get one out for every single Jedi ever. And, you know, reuse is the name of the game in the toy industry. Get as much out of a mold as you can so that you can use that money for new tooling costs to get different stuff out. And it's not, you know, they can't reuse a lot of these things, repaint it a lot. You know, the Millennium Falcon, you know, you can sell it with different figures. You can sell it with a different dish. And maybe once you can sell it with a different paint job from when it was in episode 3 for like a half a second. So, you know, I understand reusing these molds and repainting them, repurposing them when possible, and doing chase versions of it like the Shadow V-Wing. So I understand that. Because there's not, you know, you can't really reuse Yoda's Jedi Interceptor. You can't repaint it and use it really for anything else. So, you know, you have to reuse where you can, and I understand that. And, you know, I'm not upset about it at all. I would love to get my hands on some more Jedi Interceptors and Jedi Starfighters. And, you know, I think it's a cool vehicle. And I like that each Jedi, you know, got to at least put a different paint job on their Starfighter. And even though they weren't supposed to own stuff, you know, they had their own personal Starfighters, their own personal astromech droids for said Starfighters. That's why Mace's here is purple, because purple is his thing, man. And so I understand it. I like this mold. I think it works well. I like the recolors. And, you know, I don't know much more to say about it other than it's cool, and I'm glad I got my hands on it. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.